Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with a foundation video. I will be showing you guys the best foundations for summertime. You know that when it is super hot out there, it feels like your makeup is melting away, and some foundations will definitely melt away off your skin. So I have been testing a lot of foundations. You guys know that I love doing foundations reviews. So I picked out the best of the best that I think are very long lasting, and I also grouped them into medium to full coverage and light to medium coverage because everyone has different tastes. Some people do not want to wear a bunch of makeup in the summertime, and some people still love their full beat. So I'm going to give you guys options. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely subscribe if you haven't already, and also turn on your post notifications so you're notified when I do upload a new video. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the full coverage foundation side. I have amazing selections to show you guys, and all of these foundations are very long lasting. They will not melt off your face, and they are full coverage. So these are definitely more geared towards, I want to say, normal to oily skin, but there's some exceptions there. If you really prep your skin well, dry skin can also use these foundations. I'm gonna start off with the Dior. This is the Forever Undercover 24-hour full coverage foundation. Really love this foundation. I actually have a full dedicated review on that, and I will link it down below. You guys can go ahead and check it out for more information. This is an amazing foundation. Really long lasting, full coverage, but it doesn't even look or feel like a full coverage foundation. It really does look skin-like almost, and it's just such a beautiful look on the skin, a very flawless effect on the skin, and overall I just think it's a gorgeous foundation. It definitely has more of a demi matte finish. It did go ahead and extend the shade range with this foundation, which is awesome. They have more deeper shades. I am in the shade 035 and 040. I kind of rotate between the two, and sometimes I mix them, so there isn't a complete match for me in my opinion with this foundation, but I do love the way it looks. So definitely check it out if you're looking for something that's full coverage but looks like skin and feels very lightweight. Gorgeous. The next foundation is an oldie but still a goodie. This is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra 24-hour makeup foundation. This has SPF 15, and this is loved. Everyone in the beauty community has tried this foundation, and I'm gonna be honest, it took me a really long time to try this out because I thought it was gonna be super heavy and dry and thick on the skin. Honey, this is beautiful. Full coverage foundation right off the bat. It has a demi matte finish. It's very long lasting. It is gorgeous. It doesn't feel super heavy on the skin, but you will feel something, unlike the Dior foundation that I just showed you guys. But needless to say, it's so beautiful. And again, I don't need to touch up with this one. I don't get oily. It literally just stays the same way when I applied it. It's the same way it's gonna stay throughout the entire day. I also wanna say that the shade range with this foundation is incredible. They have so many shades to select from, so you will find something for you. From Bare Minerals, this is their Bare Pro Performance Wear Liquid Foundation, and this has SPF 20. I feel like isn't talked about enough. Like, the brand in itself is just so underrated, but they have amazing products, and this foundation speaks for itself. It is one of the best foundations out there in terms of full coverage, but this one will be medium coverage initially, and then you can build it up to a full coverage. It just sits so well on the skin and looks beautiful throughout the day. I don't need to touch up this foundation. I even don't need to wear a primer with this foundation, and it will still be very long lasting. If you have a yellow undertone and you have difficulties finding a foundation, Bare Minerals, I find the shade range is definitely more of a golden yellow undertone, so just keep that in mind. But it is so beautiful. The only thing that I will say with this one is if you have dry skin, you want to be very careful and really prep your skin well, or you will see those dry patches underneath this foundation. Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Long Wear Foundation, and this doesn't get enough love, even from me. I'm surprised that I really haven't talked about this foundation on my channel, but it is absolutely beautiful. This is another full coverage foundation initially, and it is very long lasting. This just looks great on all skin types, honestly. I've seen this on dry skin, normal skin, and dry and oily skin, and it just looks incredible. The way it glides over the skin and covers all imperfections is impressive, very impressive, and a little of this goes a very long way. You literally need the tiniest amount, especially if you are using a brush. You are going to get full pigmentation out of this guy, and I think it's just a great foundation that's not talked about enough if you want something full coverage that's going to look very flawless on the skin. Mind you, this one does feel a little bit heavier on the skin, just like I find that the Tint Idol and this one kind of have a similar feel on the skin and even look. It does have more of that demi matte finish, but overall it is gorgeous. I'm going to talk about the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup, and this is another staple in the beauty community, just like the Lancome Tint Idol. This is talked about so much for all the right reasons. It's a full coverage foundation. It's very long lasting, but this one, I will say, you can feel it on the skin. If you go overboard, especially, it will feel very makeup-y on the skin. What I like to do to prevent that is actually mix a primer or some kind of moisturizer to loosen up the formula of this foundation and allow it to glide a little bit better on the skin and make it feel more lightweight on the skin without compromising the coverage of this foundation. I've done it many times with my brides because I actually do carry this in my kit for those who want full coverage, but it is gorgeous on the skin. Like, if you have a lot of imperfections that you want to cover up, this is the way to go. It will cover everything and it will look absolutely seamless and it will not budge. This is definitely one of those that's geared towards oily skin for sure. It will definitely hold your oils in place, and it's just another great foundation. This one also has an amazing shade range, so if you're looking for something, if you are my complexion or deeper, they probably have a shade for you. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about foundations that are very lightweight on the skin. They don't give you amazing coverage, but they look so beautiful on the skin. These foundations are definitely more light to slight medium coverage. Some of them are full medium actually, and I just think they perform beautifully because they do last on the skin very long, and I don't need to touch up whatsoever. Especially if I have a great primer underneath it, I am good to go for the rest of the day. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with my NARS Sheer Glow. This is my all-time favorite foundation. It is gorgeous on the skin. It literally looks like second skin. It hides all your imperfections in a very natural way. You will see freckles peeking through and the texture of your skin slightly, but it evens everything out very nicely. This is more of a medium coverage. You can definitely get that from this foundation, and it's just beautiful. The shade selection from the NARS foundations is really beautiful. They have a lot of shades to select from, and I do find that they run very golden yellow undertone also, so really cool. And overall, it's one of my go-to foundations because it just feels super lightweight. It looks very lightweight, but it covers everything that I need it to cover, and it lasts really well. Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and this is pretty raved. I mean, everybody talks about this foundation. It is a beautiful foundation. Really beautiful foundation. Very expensive in my opinion, but I can't deny how beautiful this looks on the skin. Very natural, very lightweight, a very creamy texture and airy, and it's just so easy to apply all over the skin, and it just looks so beautiful on everyone. I've seen this on oily skin and on dry skin, and I think it looks great. The name Luminous Silk kind of is a little bit deceiving because I don't find that this is like a super luminous and dewy foundation. I really do feel like it has more of a natural coverage, a natural finish once it sets into the skin, and overall it's just one of those really beautiful foundations for the summertime because it is lightweight, but this will give you light to slight medium coverage, and it feels great on the skin. The Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation, and I use this in my kit since I started using high-end makeup, and it has been a go-to foundation for all of my brides simply because it gives me amazing medium coverage, and it's a little buildable, and it's also very long lasting. It looks gorgeous in pictures. There's no flashback, nothing like that, and it just goes on a lot of people's skin. If you are super duper dry, you might find a little bit drying, but again, priming and, you know, really taking care of your skin, it makes a huge difference before applying your foundation. Keep that in mind. And overall, it's just a great long lasting foundation. Doesn't feel heavy whatsoever. You can also kind of mix this in with some primers or some moisturizer to loosen up the formula, but honestly, I don't think you need to. It's a really easy to apply, and it looks gorgeous on the skin. Last but not least, I'm going to talk about the Lancome Skin Feels Good foundation. This is a new one to me, and it is stunning. This foundation will literally not budge all day long. This is a foundation that I would recommend for normal to dry skin. It is very glowy, very dewy, but it's so long lasting. It looks really beautiful on the skin. It's more of a light to slight medium coverage. I would say more sheer to light coverage actually. And this also has SPF, and I will link everything, all the details down below in the description box. Beautiful foundation. The shade selection unfortunately is not great whatsoever, and I'm hoping that they expand because this product is actually very nice. If you want something for every day but you want a little bit more than a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer, this is a great option because it does have more coverage and it's very long lasting. Even though it's super dewy and glowy, it won't make you sweat or look extra shiny in my opinion. It just looks like a healthy glow on the skin. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope that the recommendations I gave you were helpful and you saw something new and cool that you might want to try out. Definitely comment down below and let me know, what are you loving for the summer in terms of foundation, tinted moisturizers, BB cream, whatever it is that you use as your base product. I want to know, what is your go-to for the summertime? Leave a comment down below. As always, thank you so much for joining me and watching this video. I really do appreciate you guys. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you want to see more of these recommendation videos, and leave your requests down below in the comment section, and I will see you guys on the next video. Ciao!